Hey everyone, welcome back. It is Vortie here, and we got some exciting news to go over today because, well, the maintenance is finished and things are looking up for us as well. So I just wanted to go over these things here to kind of talk about them. I also wanted to make some mentions on some other things that are coming up. So we're just going to jump right into it. So first of all, we're going to jump right into the People's Choice banner. I wanted to talk about this a little bit. So it says here, free 3-star Trust Moogle for some with every summon. So what this for something means is actually explained in the update or news that we got this morning. Okay, so my speculation is that the way they worded it, for some, it meant like you summon a unit and you might get a Trust Moogle. That's kind of the way it's worded, but that's not really what it means. It's exactly as it is in Japan version. They're just using the wrong wording here to try and describe this. So here is the Trust Moogles, and this is how they're explaining them. So we know what the 5-star Trust Moogles are. The 5-star Trust Moogles are the really good ones, so the ones that give you 10% to any Trust Mastery, gives you 10%. Then we have the 4-star Trust Moogle, which is the one that gives us 5% to any unit. Alright? And then this is the one that they're introducing to it. It's the 3-star Trust Moogle, and it says 5% for some. What they mean by the 5% is that when you summon a unit and you get that unit, what you're gonna get is one random Trust Mastery that's on it. So it says use an enhancer for a unit holding the same Trust Master as this Moogle to boost the base unit Trust Mastery by 5%. So let's say I summon Zidane, and with him a Trust Moogle comes that is Excalibur. So that Trust Moogle can only be used on Cecil because it correlates with him. And they explain further here on how it is like an easier way for you to kind of contrast who does what. But that's what that means. It for some is probably the wrong wording that they're using here. And I wanted to explain that because it's a little bit misleading. What it should be is like you get a 5 Trust Moogle with a set, like a Trust Mastery to it or something, right? So you guys understand what it is. The best way to identify it is when you click on the Trust Moogle. So actually I'll show you. I will show you. So that way it's a lot easier to use. We'll filter it by Trust Value, because I know that they're 10%. I'm going to go down to 10%. So there they are. So let's say that this was the 3-star Trust Moogle. I would click on it and see right here where it says all. Well, here it would have a picture and an explanation of what Trust Mastery that Moogle is valued at, and it's 5%. So here it says all, but that would be like we were talking about Cecil. It would look like an Excalibur here. It would look like Excalibur, and give you an explanation of Excalibur, and it would say 5%, and it's only usable by, as you guessed it, Cecil, right? So that is the change that's happening, and I'm really excited to start getting that. We'll talk about that in a minute as well. People's Choice, so we got it with that. Trust Moogle. So yeah, so that's how that works, and I just want to make sure that if you're confused, so now you're not confused anymore, I'm hoping. If you're still confused, make sure you let me know in the comment section below. I'll try and type it out for you and what's going on. And the Trust 1-star Trust Moogle, we already know what that is. It's the one we've been getting for the daily logins. Meh. It's okay. Whatever. If you're at like 99% and you want to just like not do that 99% and just feed the 1% Trust Moogle and get out of there and get that next TM in there so you can farm them out. Alright, so this is what they're talking about here. This is actually one of the best ways to figure it out if you don't want to have to look for the units. You can confirm each unit's Trust Master by sorting them according to their Trust Master's name, because that 3-star Trust Moogle Trust Mastery will have the same name as Cecil's Trust Mastery, which would be Excalibur. So if we organized it under Filter and then went to Trust Mastery Name, they would be sitting side by side. Okay, so this trust can also be confirmed via unit details. This is what I was telling you about before. When you click or press and hold on the Trust Moogle and it pops up, it's gonna look exactly like this. So it's 5%. It's gonna give you the Trust Master reward. It's gonna show you a picture of it. Most of you who've been playing for a while, just by looking at the picture, you can probably figure it out, unless it's one of those like attack materials or whatever, where it just looks like the same icon. Otherwise, you'll know exactly what it is and you'll know what units to feed it to right away. So it shouldn't be a big deal. So it says fusing units with Trust Moogles to increase their trust. We already know that part, and this is them showing that this Mercedes ended up getting 5 of the 3-star Trust Moogles, and she was getting 25% buff into her thing, which is shown here. So most of us know you can fuse Trust Moogles. The Trust Moogle thing works the same way as before. The only thing that I think was a little bit confusing is their wording on how this appears. And if you're confused, you can always press to see exactly what Trust Mastery it is, and then you're good to go. Alright, so that is that. For some of you, if you... What is this? Oh yeah, they're saying thank you so much for playing, for enjoying their game, blah blah blah. They do now have a Final Fantasy Brave Exvius English channel, so you can definitely go take a look at that. The URL is already there. You can just copy that and go to them, subscribe to them, whatever. If you want to know exactly what's coming out, might as well go right to the horse's mouth. I went on to it earlier today and subscribed to them right away because, well, that's going to be the best source of information for us. For now, at least it's coming right from them. As you can know, they are not really on time. They'll post things into the news feed and then their video will come out like 4 or 5 days later, which I think is a little bit redundant. And it's probably why they only have like, 1,300 subscribers, which is because people they'll see it from elsewhere. They'll see it from like YouTubers that are making content. They'll see them themselves and they're just like, forget it, we're not gonna go there yet. But either way, they're gonna be posting the videos there. So if you are confused about something and you want to know what's going on, you can go there. They posted the video today, which was pretty informative. They talk about the raid on Ifrit. They talk about the coins Ifrit gets. They talk to you about Ifrit's breakdown of how you can accumulate the points and how you can spend the points. They talk about the units and how they have exclusive materials. Also, the one thing that they mentioned that I wasn't aware of, but now I am, the only way you can awaken the units you get here, the 3 units, which is Thancred, Gestalt, and Minfield, whatever you want to call it, is only through the event. So doing the summons on the event is going to get you summoning materials as well. So if you don't have the summoning materials and you didn't get them here, then you're not going to be able to awaken them ever. So keep that in mind. I wanted to throw that out there as well so you know. My advice would be to make sure you have enough material to awaken all of them to their respective stars. And then if you don't want to level them right now, don't worry about it. As long as you have the materials, when you do decide to level them up, you have the material and you'll be good to go. So that's essentially what I'm going to be doing, because I know I'll more than likely level up your Stola right away to max, and Minfilia as well, because she could be a very situational character to have, and I would definitely like to pick her up and max her out. And then Thancred, depending, right now I have Cecil, and then soon when Warrior of Light gets his buff too, like, it's not gonna matter. I'm gonna have the best tank in the game anyways, because my Cecil is maxed out. Sorry, not Cecil. My Warrior of Light is maxed out and waiting, because he's just sitting there waiting for his awakening. Yeah, so I just want to make sure, I wanted to emphasize that no matter what, make sure you do your summons so you can get all the materials so you can awaken them. Don't sell the materials, otherwise you're going to be screwed later on. That's something that should shed light on. Okay, last thing to touch up on here before we end the video, rather, is going to be, right now, you probably guys already logged in. I'm hoping if you haven't logged in and you're watching this first, we got the community event reward, which is the thing I made a video about like 2 weeks ago, which is called the Chocobo Bonanza. So if you click on it here, it's the Chocobo Nananza. Congratulations. If you bought anything from the Chocobo in this time period, you're going to be getting a reward of 200 Lapis, 60 energy, and 1 rare summon. So as you guys know, the way I work here, I keep my Lapis, anything that I win, anything that I get where I didn't actually purchase it, like energy, Lapis stuff, I leave it in the box. I don't touch it. Because it's pointless right now. And what I would do with these materials here is when I want to run my macros, let's say I want to run the macro all night and I don't have the Lapis, well, now I do. Like, I'm actually going to just pick this up. That's going to be 2 resets for me, plus some 60 energy. This is a good reward. So I'm going to keep this in here. I'm going to stack it up till I have enough that I can turn it on and leave it on all night. Right? You got to remember, the macro ends up doing a run every 35 seconds and you can keep repeating it. Overnight, you can probably spend like 400 or 500 Lapis comfortably. Okay, so that could get you your Trust Masteries faster. So my advice is just to keep it there unless you really, really need it right away. But like I said, if you're farming macros, then just keep it in here and wait till you get like 300 or 400 or 500 Lapis. Then eat all of it, and then right before you go to sleep, you run your macros and let it go. That's that. Alright, so that is what's going on today. That's the news today that was brought up. I would definitely advise you guys to go watch the video if you want to know what they're saying about the events. I know that the producer's English is a little bit poor, but that's okay. Like, he tries his best to make sure that he vocalizes his information, which is fantastic, and I'm happy that they're putting in the effort there. And they got 3 people that are kind of talking and explaining everything, so you'll get a good feel of what to expect for this event. And I'm hoping in the future they're going to be giving us a lot more information that's going to help us a lot more, and hopefully it's a little bit, you know, it comes out a little bit sooner. What I would really like is that, because they're the producers, they know what's going on. They will, like, maybe 4 or 5 days, not even 4 or 5, like even 2 days later, they'll post a video talking about all this cool crap, and then a day or 2 later, it'll be posted in the news. That way it'll generate traction to them. They'll be more happy to post the videos, and we will actually have something to kind of base off what's coming and what's going on, right? It would be really, really nice for them to do that, but I do see that they have a Japanese channel and a Taiwanese channel, which is a lot more active, and they're doing a little bit better. So I'm hoping that what they learn from those, they will also show us, so that we can get a little bit more support. Because hey, global is huge, and a lot of us are whales. More people, I think, in the global side are whales than they are in the Japanese version. I know that the Japanese version is a little bit different, but here, there's a lot of whales, because most people here are privileged, they got good jobs like myself, so it doesn't really matter. You can easily whale out. Granted, I'm no whale, I'm still that sea fish, but you never know. One day I might become a whale, but as of right now, I don't plan on doing more than like 2 or 3 pulls per banner. So anyways, thank you so much for sticking around, guys. If you are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button to help me grow, and hit that like button to keep me motivated, I suppose, as much as my banana motivated me this morning to have breakfast, which I didn't have yet. Anyways, thank you so much for sticking around. Hopefully you found this information informative, and check out that video on their channel and let me know what you guys think. In the comment section below, let me know how you feel. Let me know what you think about their channel, because I think it's a good idea. Do you think it's a good idea? And I will see you in the next video. This is Vortie. I'm out of here. Peace.
Aside.